Jesus. Oh, her TV's so blurry. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies, welcome to Oilers After Dark. My name is Matt. Today we have the 17-14-2 Edmonton Oilers coming off of 3 losses, 2 in overtime, going up against the 19-8-6 Dallas Stars. Now, I don't like the overtime situation that the Oilers are in. I don't like the 1 point for overtime because in all technicality, the Oilers are only 2 wins behind the Stars. That's the way I'm going to choose to look at it for tonight because it's just seems to be the way it is. I really am not a fan of overtimes and giving points away for overtimes. You lost. You shouldn't get rewarded for losing. That's my thesis and my way of looking at it. I'm going to turn. Wish there was a way to just get rid of the TV altogether, Blair. Considering it's all white. All right, all white.
Quit taking families off, or I will throw them out, Anna. Yes, I will.
Oilers are concluding the 2-game road trip, the dad trip tonight, as well as some questions. I will gladly answer all of your guys' questions throughout the feed tonight. I mean, it's a 3-game losing streak, like I said, but it's 2 overtime losses.
Hang on. There you go. Scoring when it comes to 5-on-5. Want a little bit more, please? Ranking the lower third of the league in that department. Hey, it's great to have a good power play. You have some of the best players. No, eat your cream. Probably continue around 30%, but less reliance on the Nugent-Hopkins in that play there too. He's a player that's starting to heat up right now, so they need a little bit more depth, scoring, tertiary scoring, if I may say, to really go on and do some damage in the playoffs.
Can you get that out of your mouth? Oh, it's whipped cream, really? It looks like a susu. You got whipped cream in your mouth? Did mommy give you whipped cream?
Yeah.
Sacrilege, ladies and gentlemen. Sacrilege.
I did.
I don't give babies whipped cream.
Get her quiet.
Yes, I guess so. I'm trying to cover up the TV behind me because it's just blaring white. Probably because it's all white back there. There's no color, no definition.
Yeah, because it's polka.
Yes.
And one of the reasons too is because of the 19-year-old. And in 10 minutes and we'll go upstairs.
You know what? I don't want to even talk about Robinson and again, a Great Flames win. They won. I'm not going to say it was great, but they won. Good win by the Flames for sure. Can't complain about 2 points in the bag. I think they shouldn't have had that game tied at 3. And it's a good thing they're playing against a backup goalie in San Jose. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been a 3-7-3 final. Jesus.
Here to Dallas and Barrie, let's start with you. What's it been like so far?
Oh, it's always great to see how you guys travel and time. And
it's you think it's all glamorous, but it's a lot of time going back and forth, traveling, and it's pretty tough on the boys for sure. And it's been great. Cody, what do you think of having dad around watching your games?
It's great. I mean, it's fun to have them all on the trip. They support us the whole way, so it's nice to kind of get back in the way and let them experience what we experience on the road and travel around and stay in some nice hotels.
So you're growing up, and your dad's amongst your biggest fans, and then he's here watching you establish NHL. Is there any? I don't know if it's pressure. Does it feel a little different when dad's watching it?
No, absolutely. 2 goals in 30 seconds for the Flames last night, but then they kind of rested on the laurels of 2-0.
They're tough games leading into Christmas, so it's nice to have them on the trip, give us that little boost, and hopefully we can play well for them.
And for you, Barrie, when you get a chance to watch in person, how special is it? And does it ever feel any different compared to when you watched him when Cody started his career?
I always enjoy watching the game live. You see so much more happening on the ice and stuff. And,
do you need a Band-Aid or something?
It's just, you're always watching your son a lot, obviously, and so it's really special. Every game is always special. He's here still doing
I do 8 feet.
just tremendous.
Yeah, it's
Hold
been a
skin
wonderful
back.
trip,
That's how bad it is.
for everybody, I would say.
Get a Band-Aid.
Barrie, what makes you most proud of what Cody did?
Should have told me sooner, and I would have got some.
Well, people realize he's going into his 10th season, and he's just been a steady person, and
Seriously, I gotta sit here for another 20 minutes and gibber gabber with you guys before puck drop. Not a joke. Yeah, puck's not gonna drop till 7:52.
Cody, your turn now. What kind of role
7:52. So she'll be in bed by the time puck drops.
Yeah, he's been
Good.
there right from the beginning. He coached me a lot growing up, so learned a lot from him. He always usually coached the defense, and he was part of the reason I started playing defense. I grew up playing forward till about 10 or 11 maybe, and then he moved me back on defense and just kind of showed me the ropes since then. And from there, he's been very dedicated to getting me to the rinks
Where's
everywhere,
CC from?
and come and see me play no matter where I am.
All right, we'll finish this one. Cody, you can start, and then Barrie, you can wrap it up. What were the car rides home like, and has it changed all these decades later?
Yeah, they've definitely changed. I mean, when I was younger, it was pretty hard on me, and sometimes I try.
You have to be hard on your kids, especially if they're hockey kids. That's when you got to be hard on them, is when they're young.
The way you described it.
Yeah, that's pretty true. And now every once in a while, though, what are you doing? Then you'll hear text silence. Okay, touch the nerve. I'll come back to that the next day.
Well, listen.
Born in Ottawa.
Thanks very much, and enjoy the rest of the Father's trip.
All right, thank you. Happy to start on.
Thanks, Gene. Great mic technique, too, from Cody CC right there. Coming up, it is the Oilers in Dallas to take on the Stars. Jack Michaels, Louis DeBrusk.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's going to be tough for the Flames to make playoffs this year. Unless Seattle and LA and Vegas all have terrible second halves, which I think Seattle will have a terrible second half, as well as Vegas will have a terrible second half. LA is very reliant on how good Quick can be. Oilers are in the playoffs, man. Regardless of what's going on now, the Oilers are in the playoffs. They're the number 1 team in the wild card. Messages aren't sending. They have a goalie. Quick is still a goalie. Like, don't count that guy out. We counted him out in the playoffs, and he had a pretty good playoffs. Hey, 5 goals a game, but as long as your team scores 6, it doesn't matter. Like I'm one of those people that I don't lead credence into GAA and save percentage and all that bullshit. I just don't lead into that. If your team can score more than the other guys, I don't care if you have a 10 goals against average every game. If the team in front of you can score 11, it doesn't matter how many goals you let in. Maybe that's because I'm an 80s child and I've seen the 80s teams. That's all they did. Every 80s team was that way. LA doesn't have a good goalie, though. Pettersson. What do you mean if you're letting in 4 or 5, you shouldn't be in the NHL? There's goalies letting in 4 or 5 every night. I don't. Like tonight, Tampa has let in 7. Are you saying Vasilevsky's a bad goalie? New Jersey scored 4. I'm just saying, like, I guess we just come from 2 different claws and 2 different people. We're 2 very different people, and I don't care how many goals a goalie lets in as long as you score 1 more. That's all that matters. It shouldn't matter what era you live in. Like, whether you lived in the 80s, the 90s, or the nows. Your team scores 1 more.
Is so Twine open the door? Is it so Twine open the door for him? Is it so Twine to open the door?
Yes, I guess so. I'm just saying. I don't buy into hoopla of goals against average and save percentage as much as most. Maybe I'm the exception to the norm. I'm all right with that. I am A-okay with being the exception to the norm when it comes to numbers and analytics. Well, they got to have TV somehow, right? And I guess introducing the dads and the sisters and the wives. Tyson Barrie has a lot of family. Oh, I guess it's in Dallas. Whoa, careful, my guy. That first step.
It's a doozy.
First day on feeder. Score. Nothing. Game hasn't started yet. Score is 1-0 Dallas because that's how the league runs.
We have a two. We had the
No. I think there's a special thing going on for Barrie because he has a lot of friends and family there tonight.
It might be his thousandth game.
Talk to you later there, Dan. Yikes. 7 goals on 31 shots. Ouch, Tampa.
I already washed.
2 Nuges.
I will wash other cans later. Just give me a goddamn minute. Or I lose my shit.
Lose your shit.
You want water?
Lose your shit. Oh, can we get the puck drop now? Let me know if you guys can hear my TV. I will turn it down, or I will leave it the same if you guys don't mind hearing it. Again, the Oilers are 2 wins behind Dallas for all sakes, for all intents and purposes.
I got cold water. Cold water.
Dallas isn't elite. They don't pump tires where pump tires shouldn't be. Dallas is not elite. I'm not. They're not elite. Jeez, you were just talking about Ryan's brother. We lost sound. There's only one elite team in the league, and that's Boston right now. Everyone else is second and third tier or worse. I won't put No, we do have a difference between what elite is. Your elite is throwing around way too much. Dallas is a good team, but they're not elite. If you're an elite team, you don't go into overtime and lose in overtime 6 times. Elite teams don't. They just don't lose in overtime. I'm sorry, but that's 6 free points that they've gotten. Take away those 6 points. Where are they? They've less than 40 points. They're not elite. That's why I say Boston is elite. Again, we're just going to have a different opinion on that, so it's all good. How many cups have they won year after year? Not elite. How many third rounds have they made year after year? Not elite. Love you.
Love you. They're too heavy. They're heavy.
I will die on that hill that Dallas is not elite.
Okay, Anna, can you give Daddy a hug and kiss?
No, not at all.
I have my toe.
Love you.
I will kiss your toe when we get upstairs.
Have a good night. You're taking my words and twisting them to fit the narrative you want, and that's not what I said at all.
Let me see. Okay, upstairs. No socks tonight.
Not really.
I will get them when we go upstairs, Anna. There are socks in your bedroom.
Again, we're two wins away from that, so that's 2 games away from that. Like I don't like the overtime point for losing. You lost. You don't get a point. Take away those 6 points. Move. Seriously, Braden, take away those 6 points. Take away those 6 points. What's their record? You take away all overtimes as points. What's their record and you take away those? 19 and 19. Not better than us. Sorry. It's just I'll take our record over theirs. That's fine. I'm just saying. They are not an elite team. They're a team that gets into overtime. Most of their wins are overtime wins. Like, just fuck. It's already starting, and I'm not liking the fact that you think they're fucking elite. Yeah, I wouldn't send him down. I'd give him more minutes in the NHL, but I wouldn't send him down. That's crazy talk. That reeks of desperation. If you're sending Holloway down now, reeks of desperation. Mr. Skinner's in net tonight. So great with that. Yeah, I agree with you. I think you should have him. Nobody likes the long washroom lineups at any arena. Rogers Place is okay because there's so many bathrooms. There isn't really too many long lineups unless you go right at the beginning of the period or right in the middle of the periods. That's why you go just like 5 seconds before. Yeah. I disagree with that, though. I think play him more minutes, and even if you're not going to, you can't send him down. That's a loss if you send him down because he's one of your top forwards that are doing so much without producing points. And we're underway. Face off. Oilers lose the face off, but it's in the Oilers zone. Controlled by Dallas. Out to center ice. And behind the net. Yes and no. You split up Draisaitl and McDavid. Now you've got two bottom 9 guys playing in your top 6. Well, I mean, we have that already. Oh, shot blocked. Puljujärvi to Hyman. Hyman in front. Unfortunately, both forwards went behind the net. Hyman to McDavid. McDavid to Puljujärvi. So we have split them up. Puljujärvi's with Hyman and McDavid. Again, we're giving Puljujärvi the yeoman's work on the top line. Do what you got to do, I guess. Worst case scenario, he scores a bunch of goals. Oh, it's out of the zone because the defenseman was changing. So we got to split. Like, we split up McDavid Draisaitl. Let's see how this game goes, how long it lasts. Oilers definitely need more 5-on-5 scoring, for sure. Bouchard behind the net with the puck. Loses it. Dude, we need to play better, Bouch. And Dallas controls. Shot, rebound into the corner. Francois LeBlanc. Yeah. What a play. Yamamoto gets the puck. Janmark, Nuge, and Kostin. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. No, McDavid and Draisaitl are not together. Draisaitl is on his own line with Yamamoto. And it looks like Kostin. So it's Kostin, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, McDavid, Puljujärvi, Hyman. I like that. I'm okay with that. If that means offense and we get 2. See, that's the sacrifice we make. Do we give Nuge nobody and expect him to still be hot? Or do we put McDavid and Draisaitl together? It's a balancing act. I think you're right there. We'll see how long that lasts. Nurse has the puck in the Oilers zone. Hard up the boards. Kostin pokes it out to center ice. Kostin Janmark. Jeez, Kostin's working. Kostin, Janmark, and Hopkins now. Kostin was on the second line with Draisaitl. Could just be a line change issue. Apparently that's onside. Oh, look behind you, Nurse. Use your eyes, my guys. 16 minutes left to play in the first period. Nothing. Janmark tries the back pass. Drive the net, man. You're big. Now he drives the net, but he just has no shot. Hey, Bobby, how's it going? You get ham? What? I'm not looking at my phone or any other page right now. So yeah, I'll have to look at it during the first intermission. Sorry you're getting spam, bud. Again, all companies are cracking down, apparently. Ooh. McDavid pushes over Pavelski. Oh, Pavelski tried to do a little trick play there. And Barrie's got the puck. Barrie, 2 stars on him because both Oiler wingers blew the zone. What a save by Skinner. Shots are 3-1 for Dallas. 15 minutes left in the first period. Bobby Boucher from USA. Oh. That was 2 minutes for interference on Draisaitl. We got away with one, guys. I'm on the refs a lot, and they blew it. That was a blown call going the Oilers' way. Let's not do 2 more of that, though, because eventually this crap evens out in games. Draisaitl, Yamamoto. Fogel's up there with Draisaitl now. Fogel, Draisaitl, and Yamamoto. That's kind of a grind line. I like it. Fogel has the puck. Yamamoto battling. Also, Oilers are missing a player due to personal reasons. Will not be playing tonight. It was a game time decision. Good on you, Bobby. Go ahead, Braden. Go ahead. Tell him he's got no goaltending. Tell him he's got no goaltending in LA. Shot just wide. I'm kidding, man. I'm just being an asshole. I agree. When it'll be so sweet when Kane comes back. Even when McLeod comes back, I think he can fill in the top 6 pretty nicely. Big hit by Holloway. Let's go. It's kind of a lull in action. 3 shots each. 13 minutes left. I don't want to see another Game 7 matchup between the Oilers and the Kings. Just because I don't want to be mean. Like, I don't want to be that guy and be the dick to the Kings fan. But it shouldn't have got there without Quick playing all world Quick again. Hopkins up to Barrie. Like, as bad as the Oilers are playing in round 1, holy fuck, Quick. Like 2 of those wins were because Jonathan Quick was playing 2014 Jonathan Quick. Just like the previous year against Chicago, Crawford played 2016 Crawford. He just had the series of his life against the Oilers. Big shot, big save by Skinner. It happens a lot to the Oilers. They play against old goalies, and they just have career nights. Like, they revert to when they were their younger selves. I agree. Yeah, goal. I'm going to be honest. Like, how old is Quick? He's 36, 37 now?
Unwrap our biggest deals of the season with mobile plans $60 a month plus exciting offers on devices. The legacy of the Edmonton Oilers Community Foundation 50/50 Drop continues to grow across Alberta. The largest 50/50 in pro sports has impacted thousands.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Beneficiaries to winners. When all country comes together to support those in our communities,
They don't even have Quick as the backup for last game.
purchase your 50/50 tickets at edmontonoilers.com/50/50 today. Thank you, Oil Country, and good luck. Hey guys,
Where is Quick hurt?
let's go. Tonight's major part of the game brought to you by Napa Auto Parts. Parts that make the difference. That's Napa know-how. Once we on Draisaitl, we've been red hot. We talk about Henderson, Robinson.
Oh, I know that, but they haven't played Quick the last 5 games. That's why I'm asking if he's hurt.
He's looking to carry that success over into tonight's game. Well, again, as we've seen also with
He's 86. Yeah, he's 37. I mean, pro athletes, they lose their pro athlete ability around 36, 37 years old. That's what makes them elite is their young age. And that it sucks that your prime for a pro athlete is 27 to 32. After that, it's age catches up to you quick. Wear and tear on your body. I know because I was just looking at the game centers, and they didn't have Quick dressed as the backup in them. It was Colts that played the entire games for the last 4. Yeah, unless you're Craig Anderson, you finally found a freaking youth, right? Shot, rebound, high. Shots are 4-4. 11:30 left to play in the first period. Like I said, this game's kind of just going along. Nothing really to write home about to your moms and dads. Getting laughed at here. Why? Like, yeah, there's certain players that find the fountain of youth. Back up a real starter. Quick hasn't shown it. But who's the real starter that LA can get? Like, Quick, I'm sure, is okay with being a backup. Just who's the starter? You're going to play cosplay the entire time? What's his nuts? Dennis Gurianov. He's out for personal family issue. Six 6'3", 205 stars defenseman. Sorry, right wing. Sorry, forward. No, nobody's out for Edmonton. We're healthy. We're just jumbling the... Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of that lately. Like, a lot of players are out for personal reasons. I mean, you're allowed to do that, and it gives the team the ability to call a player up without facing cap penalties. Yeah. Bad giveaway by the Oilers. Derek Ryan has Hamlin with him. Chooses to give it to Nurse. Nurse shot, rebound in the corner. Had the forward Holloway just stayed 5 feet back. Yeah. A lot of undisclosed injuries that the Oilers are saying, and I don't like it. I don't like the undisclosed crap in the regular season. Like, I mean, if it's playoffs, you never tell the other team what you're hurt with. But this is regular season. You're not playing the same team every night. Fans want to know, like, why is he hurt? Is he just hurt for maintenance? Or did he break a foot, concussion, broken jaw, wrist, finger? Did he Sidney Crosby and have his finger chopped off? I still can't get over that, man. Like, what a backhand pass by Costin. Costin laying some body work. Oh, save by Skinner. Shots are 6-4 for Edmonton. 9 minutes left. We'll see about that. I got a moderator right here. Guy named B-Dubs. Does a lot of good work for me. Tyson Barrie, the YY son. Welcome. The YY son, dude. Forward lines are Hyman, McDavid, Pugliarvi, Fogle, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, Costin. I mean, it's not bad. I like Nuge being the 3C because that's where he's comfortable at center. But I agree. If he goes up to that stop line, huh? Sorry, guys. Oh man, this chick's trying to kill me. One and done, guys. One and done. Barrie and Nurse. Live streams are fun. Nurge is more suitable. I agree. That's awesome. Thank you for the 60 subscribers, guys. You guys are amazing. Like 60 subscribers in 2 months, a little over 2 months. That's amazing. Thank you all so much for that. Honestly, I agree with you. Nuge is better top 6, but we don't have that third line center that Nuge is. I mean, when McLeod comes back, he could be third line center for sure. But right now we don't have, like, who would you put as third line center if it wasn't Nuge? Like, credibly, that can win faceoffs, not just a plug body to put there. You would put Janmark in there, or Shore. No, I agree. Because of the point streak that he has, he should absolutely be top 6. But we just don't have a third line center guy. Right? Like, and I don't trust Shore to be a third line anything. I'll be completely honest with you. I don't trust Evan Shore to be a third line anything. Yeah, it's a commitment. Like, I have a wife and a kid, and it is commitment. And it is intimidating to put my face out there for all of you guys to see. And I do mess up on my words because I'm from Saskatchewan. I apologize. Yes, welcome, Dave. Welcome, everybody. But I'm better with the gift of gab than I am writing anything down. And I know a lot of things in Saskatchewan. Yeah. I'm from a small town just outside of Saskatchewan. But it's cool. He's got jokes. He's the stand-up comedian in the group. Yes, I am wearing a number 14 jersey, but it's not a Devon Shore 14 jersey. It is for another Saskatchewan born and raised boy. Oh, geez. Seven minutes left to play in the first period, and 6-6 are the shots. Like, there's been no dangerous scoring chances on either side, I'll be 100% honest. Draisaitl just gives the puck away, but good work by Kulak. Back to Draisaitl. Draisaitl up to CC. CC shot, tipped high and wide. Devon Shore. Devon Shore's family. Did they buy a Devon Shore jersey? Maybe. I don't know. I liked Devon Shore when he was with San Jose. I thought he was a good player, but he's kind of slowed down, kind of got old. Life catches up to you. Speaking of good old Saskatchewan kids, I know how to say his name. I'm just bugging you. What happened to Price? That is COVID. I can honestly say COVID happened to Price. He's got a really young family, and he just chose to be with them than be on the road all the time, which is fair. And he's I don't want to say marijuana is a drug, but it is a drug. It's an addicting drug that does destroy your life. And he does have a marijuana addiction, and he's going through that and dealing with it to deal with mental health. And I deal with mental health differently than most people. I don't do medication. You're my therapy. You guys are my mental health therapy. No, I didn't think it was a drinking problem. I thought it was a drug problem with marijuana. But in Canada, it's legal, right?
You saw that replay. McDavid kind of screamed Francois Saint-Laurent inadvertently. I wonder whether that may have affected the no-call.
Yeah, Matt, I just think of him not on a Habs team. I think if he was to come back and get out of retirement, he'd be on another team. I think he'd be amazing. But yeah, a lot like I've talked to one of my friends, and he said that being away from his family during COVID was the worst thing that has ever happened to him, and he wishes that he could have been around, because that was a year, 6 months of his life that he was overseas doing things overseas, and he couldn't come home because of COVID restrictions. So he's like, I missed out on 6 months of being there for my family, and that sucks. I'm glad I didn't have to do that. I was always here for my family. We got 6 minutes left. 8-6 of the shots for the Oilers, and that's icing on Dallas. Well, that's okay to be a monitor for Toronto. That's awesome. Rehab, yeah. A lot of players go through it. A lot of players go through off-season rehab, though. Like, I've said stories on this channel before. I do have relatives that played in the NHL. And a lot of NHL players will take 2 to 3 weeks in rehab in the offseason. Whether it be an alcohol rehab, a drug rehab, other type of addiction rehab. You're good, man. We all make mistakes. Yours are just more public than mine because I speak and they got to go back and rewind and say, did he say what I think he just said? Yamamoto, shoot the puck, my guy. Son of a bis. That's the Oilers in a nutshell. Don't shoot enough. And goal Dallas because they shoot. 1-0 Dallas. Oilers don't score on one end because they don't shoot. Dallas shoots on the other end. They score. Ouch, that sucks. Gotta get that. So that's the Oilers in a nutshell, guys. Oilers don't shoot, they don't score. Other team shoots, you score. Good things happen when you shoot the puck, folks. McDavid gets fucking hammered. Hyman gets pickpocketed, for lack of better terminology. David's slow to get up. Awesome. I've been to a few Kings games. That's a different type atmosphere. That's more of a celebrity who's who to go to a Kings game. Your average fan doesn't go to too many Kings games. McDavid has the puck. High over the net. 8-7 of your shots for the Oilers. 1-0 is the score for Dallas. What more can you say? Only way to win the game is shoot the puck. And unfortunately, the Oilers have not figured that out. I honestly don't think they ever will. I'm glad to hear that she did that.
That's exactly what Ford is doing for you. Now when you custom order your 2023 Ford, your incentive is locked in. And if it's better when you take delivery, you can choose that instead. It's that simple. You build your Ford, real extra peace of mind. Up your incentive today. Ford store or Ford.ca.
Yeah. Like that. Hey, welcome back, Matt Payne. That is why I like the fact that I live where I live and I do carry. And if somebody tried to knock on my door and tell me to give them up, make me. Good luck. um, on the Leafs matter, they look real good for the regular season like they always do. They're the best team in the regular season like they always are. I will never say a bad thing about them in the regular season. Tell me how good they are in the playoffs. Tell me how good they are when they're out in round one again this year. I'll be honest, if the Leafs lose in round one again this year, you got to blow it up. You have to. You have to fire the coach, fire the GM, trade half your roster. You have to. You can't keep going at the rate they go and expect a different result with the same crew. Bunch of folding chairs. Get folded, as people at Momentum say. Trevor Bauer is an amazing pitcher, by the way. Goal! Clem Costin, double K scores. We got a tie game. Shoot. The Maple Leafs have been a good regular season. As I stumble my words. The Leafs have been a really good regular season team since 15-16. But regular season trophies don't matter. What a play. Costin to Janmark. That goal's on Koskin, guys. I'm going to give that goal to Koskin. Janmark with his first goal. Postseason Oilers After Dark should be the Leafs lose their opening round series. Oh. Hey, you need those easy tap-ins to get yourself going. Look at Pugliarvi's goal against Nashville. Does that go in most nights? Probably not. He's got a muffin of a shot. Oilers score 1-1. We got a game, folks. 4 minutes left to play in the first period. 10-7 are your shots. 1's your score. Draisaitl, Yamamoto. Just wide. Yamamoto could have made it 2-1 Oilers if he just hit that 4x7 net. We should make the nets bigger. Make the nets bigger. Make the goal creases smaller. Bouchard, shoot that. Shoot that. Shoot that. Now you're stuck behind the net. Draisaitl, shot, blocked. Hey, there's no hit at all. Like, honestly, I've said in my videos, if you go back and check a lot of videos, I welcome the banter. If you're from the other team, I welcome that. I greatly appreciate you guys. Like, no matter what team you cheer for. If you cheer for the rival team, that's even better because I can kind of dig and jab because I know a lot of dig and jabs. But you can also give some to me too. For instance, I have a light behind me I keep turned off because this bald head shines bright. Kind of like a diamond in the night sometimes. The motivator, Matt Payne, is here. He's got the name for it too, eh? Pain. I'll cause you pain. Great movie, by the way, Major Pain. Such an underrated movie. Sorry, my nostalgia keeps kicking in. It's Christmas time. You got to kick in on that stuff, eh? Who scored? Your mom. No, my wife just asked who scored. Can't say your mom to my wife. That's not fair. There's icing. Nuge will score. I think Nuge is going to get a goal tonight. Power play. If the Oilers get a power play, they'll score on it. Damn, man. I wish I could say I was good enough to do trials for any team. I unfortunately had my hockey career shut short due to injury. But we all have the bad lucks. They didn't accept me? Well, they're lost, man. And Oilers are getting a penalty. Double penalty. This guy famous. What did you try out for? What position, if you don't mind me asking? And if you say Zamboni driver, I'm going to flip my shit. I was, yeah, like that's what nice. I couldn't play defense. I could skate backwards pretty good, but I hated playing defense. I just couldn't grasp it. Like, it's boring. Although, don't tell that to an NHL defenseman nowadays. They score more than forwards do right now on most teams. Ooh. Won by Dallas. Shot wide. Got to win those face-offs. Big save by Skinner. Please hang on to that puck. Oh, my gosh. Sloppy Oilers early. No, Nurse! You had all the time in the world to do better than that. 4-on-4, a minute and 33 seconds left in that. A minute 48 seconds left in the first period. 1-1's a score. 12-11 are your shots for the Oilers. No, defense is not for everybody. I was a right winger. And I I was good at my job. Like, I joke about being the enforcer all the time, but when I was younger, it was fun. Unfortunately, when you decide to go skiing instead of staying home and you blow out both your kneecaps, shit happens. Thing. Like, that's the thing. I've seen a lot of dirty players, and I've seen players make it to high up leagues. Like, a lot of my friends now just finished playing pro hockey in Australia, and they chose that over anywhere else. He was trying to draw a penalty there on Nurse. Good defensive play by 2-5. Nurse, offside. Honestly, like, I when I first was told by 5 of my friends they're going to Australia to play in the Australian Hockey League, I laughed. I fucking laughed. I was like, you're going where to play professional hockey? That's a joke league, right? And no. Apparently it's really competitive there. Lay down. Keen's not dirty. He's just a pain in the ass. Yeah. Like, can you, like, honestly, I didn't realize this until I was talking to a friend of mine who just recently retired from the Australian League. A lot of top CHL players that don't make the NHL or higher go over there. And it's huge over there, man. Like, who wouldn't want to get out of your car, walk to the arena in sandals and shorts the whole time? That's the dream right there. Shorts, sandals, hockey. Yeah. Honestly, the Oilers are going to make the playoffs. I'm not sure the Flames will. That's pretty cool. And it's the intermission time, so I will mute that because I don't need to hear Ken and Ivanka talk about Ken and Ivanka stuff. Yeah, it's just a crazy situation of life that happens, man. I don't think, like, part of me doesn't think they will. The only way they change is if they get a buy-in from all their players. Honestly, like, I honestly think the biggest missing piece of the Flames is Monahan, which is unfortunate. Habs been competitive. Like, there's another team. Anyways, I will get to the scores because, hey, that's why everybody tunes in. First intermission scoreboard brought to you by Oilers After Dark and this guy. As soon as my oh, you're not gonna like me. Well then, I'll do it this way. Detroit beat Tampa 7-4. The Devils beat Florida 4-2. The Habs and the Avalanche are tied at 1. Nashville's up 3-2 on Chicago. Both games late in the third period. Just starting, Anaheim and Minnesota tied at 0s. Coyotes and the Knights are tied at 0s. All games have started. All games are in first period or about to end. Vegas is on a power play. Like I said, Detroit put 7 on Tampa. The Devils put 4 on Florida. Jesus. Wowzers. Black screened. What I predicted at the beginning of the year was going to be Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver being the 3 Pacific teams. Actually, sorry, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, LA are going to be out of the Pacific. And I picked Dallas, Colorado, St. Louis, and Minnesota out of the Central. Yeah. Florida's missing Uyghur as much as Calgary's missing Monahan. I was expecting more from Florida with the goaltending they have, but Bobrovsky's not been good. Like, he had a few good years, but he's not been good at all for Florida, which goes to show goaltending's between the years. It's all mental. I'm just mental myself, so. Ooh, that shot cannot go in. Good shot, I guess. Whew. We thought our defense was good at giving away the puck. Oy vey. So the stats after one period. Oilers have 13 shots. Dallas has 11. No team got a power play. Both teams got 2 minutes. Coincidental minors. Face-offs are 55-45 for Dallas. Block shots are 6-2 for Dallas. Takeaways 3-1 for the Oilers. Giveaway 1 each. Hits are 16-9 for the Oilers. So Janmark got an interference against Marchment. Marchment got holding against Janmark on the same play. Interesting call on that. Oh, Graves is out for Detroit. That looked bad. Oof. I expected Vancouver to be better this year. I did not expect what's happening. Their locker room is in shambles, but they're such an up and down team. If they figure it out, they'll figure it out, and they might be a playoff team. Yes, welcome. Do I think the Bruins will get 60 wins? I honestly do, and I think that's going to hurt them. I think that the Bruins are going to be a team in the preseason. I mean, not preseason, but the regular season. Might as well call this preseason because all the teams that make the playoffs are the same teams over and over and over that make the playoffs. It's just a dress rehearsal for the playoffs. Realistically, if you look through the pattern, there's 1 or 2 squeaker teams, but for the most part, what you see is what you get year in, year out. They want parity in the league. Well, there just isn't any. Boston will be the best team in the league, and they're going to get a really tough number 2 team that could put them out in the first round. I hate the way the playoffs are set up. I hate that you have 1 and 2 play against each other. It boggles me that the NHL has messed it up so bad. It basically gives a weaker team a chance to be in the finals every year. because all the strong teams are taken out by the first round, especially second round. Detroit is basically very light. Tampa. And he won't do that because it's just Tampa had such a special squad where they could afford to pay their players $10 million, $11 million, no tax. Whereas if those players went to another team, their salary hit would be 12, 13 million because of tax. So they'd still be making 10. It's just no tax. That's why I don't like the way the league is set up for tax-wise, escrow-wise. But I don't run the league and I don't deal with finances, so I'm glad I am where I am. Yeah, their locker room looks horrible, but they're finding ways to win games, which is scary that they've won so many games with how bad their locker room is. New Jersey, you can say they're, I don't know, they're, again, New Jersey, Vegas, and Seattle is a product of really easy schedule in the first half of the season. And I will stand by my word that Vegas, Seattle, and New Jersey had probably the easiest 3 schedules the NHL could offer you. Vegas was on the road not very often. And if they were on the road, they played Arizona, San Jose, LA. Sorry, Arizona, LA, and Anaheim. Most of their games were against subpar 500 teams. Like, no fault of their own, but scheduling just really favored Vegas. And that'll change throughout the year. I don't think Vegas is as good as the standings say. Just like I don't think Calgary's as bad as the standings say. Boston looks like a team that knows it's their last. Yeah, it is definitely Boston's last kick at the can here. If they don't win now, they may never win another cup. Like, this group is old now. Oh, Vancouver, 52 years, no cup. That says it all. Yeah. You think Vegas has depth and good goaltending? Like I said, I think Vegas has gotten lucky. They play Arizona, they play San Jose, they play Anaheim. Like 12, they've played them 15 times. Those 3 teams they played 15 times. Take what you will. It's just my opinion, but they've been privy to a pretty damn good schedule. Canucks sold themselves out once they aligned with the situation over. Yeah, that whole situation, I still don't know what to think about it. I don't like what they did with Horvat, and I hope Horvat gets a team to play for that wants him. For sure there, Bobby. Have a good night. Yes. I will always be the hugest Vegas hater. And when people start seeing what I saw day one, you'll know why I'm a big Vegas hater. Like, they sell out because of where they are, not because people care about their team. But once you start missing playoffs, you're going to start seeing the real fan base show up, and it's not there. It's just facts. You're going to start losing money in Vegas. Yeah, losing money. You heard it here first. TVs were black and white. Last time Toronto won a playoff round, we didn't have high-definition TV. Think about that for a second. That's tough to hear, eh? Last time they won a round, we didn't even have high-definition TV. We could only watch hockey games on CBC. No, I agree with you, David. I agree. Like, I just don't see Calgary missing the playoffs. And if Calgary misses the playoffs, again, a general manager and a coach has to be fired, just like in Toronto. If Calgary or Toronto, like Toronto's making the playoffs regardless, they're just that good in a very weak division. If they don't get out of the first round again, there needs to be massive changes in Toronto. You have to trade a bunch of players. You have to get rid of either Marner, Matthews, Nylander, Tavares. You just have to. You have to fire your coach and GM. Like, that's your chopping block. Coach gone, GM gone. Marner, Matthews, Nylander, Tavares, one of you could be gone or two of you could be gone. There needs to be a total reboot if they don't get out of round one. Because this team is, their core has been here the whole time. They don't look real now. That's tough. Don't give Kevin hope. Fleury would have been nice in Edmonton, but I don't think his contract would have allowed him to come here. And Oilers are also part of his no trade clause. Won't get into that and why that is, but it is what it is. Costin for sure. We'll see how the game plays out. A lot of best teams have no goalies. The Golden Knights haven't done such a goal in several days. Viva Las Vegas. Love it. A future by the Leafs to win the 2023 playoff series likely will mean loads of pressure to fire. Like, I was shocked that people weren't getting fired after what happened last year when, I don't know if you guys watched that Making of the Leaf, Make Believe, whatever that was, but I have an uncle in Ontario and he told me all about it. He said that a lot of their videos were, if this team didn't win a playoff series, that changes would be made. They didn't win the playoff series, but changes weren't made because, we lost to Tampa Bay, so we keep moving the goalposts. Don't move the goalposts. Just keep them what they were. You lost in round one. It didn't matter who you were playing. Didn't matter how you were. You lost in round one. No, he won't come to Edmonton. He won't play another Canadian media. Once Austin Matthews' contract is up, he's going to the States. He's not going to Arizona. He's either going to go to LA, Anaheim, Vegas. He's coming to Pacific Division. It's just, where is he going to land? McDavid isn't going to go to Toronto. Like, I have hope for Campbell because I know what Campbell is. I'm probably the only guy in the world that knows what Campbell was before he got to the Oilers. So these 3 goals against games don't bother me. They don't worry me. Guy wins games. Well, and that goes back to what I say about Eastern Conference is way easier to play against than the Western Conference. It's not because the teams are easier. It's just you don't have the travel schedule that the Western Conference teams do. And the Oilers have the worst travel schedule of all the teams because of how high up on the geographical map we are. Hey, Zach Hyman's dad. That's pretty cool. That's why I don't think we're going to lose in 2 years. I think the cup window is now for the Oilers, and they're going to get one within the next 3 years. Oilers are winning at least one cup. Yep. LA knows how to develop goalies, and that comes to their goaltending coach, Bill Ranford, who would be a great goaltender coach here in Edmonton. And I've always said that he'd be a great goaltender coach in Edmonton, but he likes the LA lifestyle. We can't steal him because he likes the LA lifestyle. He likes living in the West Coast where it's warm and he can go golfing when he's not doing anything else. What's up? What's done?
Oh, she's asleep.
Sure she is. 5, 4, 3. No, I wouldn't bring back those old goalies because they are enjoying their retirement. They don't want to be coaches. Like, I've always said this about good players. Good players don't make great coaches. Look at Gretzky. Great player, just not a very good coach. Because he expects – coaches like that expect you to play at the level they play. And Gretzky expected way too much from the team in Arizona, and they just weren't that team. I think the Oilers are going to win a cup within 2 years. And we are underway in period number 2. 1-1's the score. Coincidental minors. Oilers win a face-off. Nurse just tips it into the Dallas zone. Skinner behind the net passes to Cece. Cece gets belted, but that Dallas player took the worst of that. Nurse jumps up in the play, fourth forward. Janmark throws it into the corner hard enough to be a giveaway. What are we doing out there? And breakaway goal. 2-1 Dallas because Nurse pinches at the freaking line. Like, I'm not understanding why our defense thinks it's just okay to pinch. Koskinen doesn't play defense, guys. Thanks, Kevin. Appreciate you greatly. Dallas wins the faceoff back into the Oilers zone. And giveaway again by the defense. And we're just standing around like we're asking to get beat up on if we don't start moving our feet in the defensive zone. 5-guy defense. It's McDavid gets the puck, pokes it to Barrie. Barrie fluffs it. Oh, it doesn't get out, but second chance gets out. Kulak grabs the puck, hammers it into the zone. And Dallas has such an easy breakout. No. It's broken up by McDavid. Jesus. Kulak has it. Up to Hyman. Looks like icing is the play. It's... Like, you can't. I don't understand why our defense thinks that they can be fourth forwards with our fourth line out there. Like, if you want to do a top line, okay, our top line guys have enough savvy to recognize you've pinched, we can play defense. But our fourth and third lines don't have that acuteness to do that. And Nurse needs to realize who's his forward group there. As Barrie picks up the puck, ripes it on the right side, Puljujärvi just gives the puck away. Like, at least he's hounding on the bone there. He doesn't give up the play easy. 2-1 Dallas. 18 minutes left to play in the second period. 13-13 are your shots. Niemelainen throws it up the boards to Hyman. Hyman gives it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl up the wall he goes. Stomps on his brakes. Tries to give it to the corner for Yamamoto. Up to Bouchard. Bouchard passes into the corner. Take the shot, my guy. And a power play coming up for the Oilers. Hard work pays off. What's up, man? Not over yet. You may have lost some money on that today, bud, which is okay. That's why when I do bet, I bet against the Oilers to win. To say I may lose money, but my team wins. Yeah. What that was on, though, is that was on Janmark taking a shot from the blue line and missing 30 feet wide, it going all the way out, basically handing Dallas a free break. But that's why you have to be careful with your shots at the blue line. You got to make your shots count. Hopkins has the puck in the half wall. Hopkins up to Barrie. Barrie back to Hopkins. 2 passes. On the count of passes, 3 passes. 4 passes. 5 passes. 6 passes. 7 passes. Shot. Goal scored by scored by Hyman.
That makes 100 goals on his career tonight.
That's goal 100 for Hyman?
Sorry, no, it was Barrie who...
Yeah, what? No.
Sorry, I can't... I was
Yeah.
looking at too many different people's friggin' stats.
That's why I don't look at stats before the game. So Barrie is sitting on goal 99. Get that guy a goal. Barrie with the assist, though. It is definitely not on defense when they get scored on. And I've always said it's a 5-man. Before they get to the goalie, they got to go through the 5 guys on the ice. So I don't really like to blame goalies when they get scored on because you've got to go through the team. Yeah. Nuts, man. Oh, almost an Oiler giveaway that caused a goal. Costin throwing his body around. Come on, Nurse. Skate to that puck. Ben holds the zone because Nurse is just not fast enough. Dallas have the Oilers hemmed in now. Dallas's top line. Giveaway. Caught. Janmark drops it for Costin. Jeez. Line change there. 2-2. That's a weak call by the ref. That's a weak makeup call. Weak makeup call. They missed Draisaitl getting hooked in the shoulder, but we'll call that because he pushed a player. Absolutely. No, absolutely. There are times when the goalie is completely at fault. Boy. How do you call that a penalty, though? No, that should have been assisted by Barrie all day. Absolutely. Nope. Yamamoto falls over. It hit the post. Get the fucking puck out, boys. Let's go. Play some hockey. 15-13 are your shots. 15:58 is the time left in the second period. Dallas is on the power play. Shot saved by Skinner. Sloppy play. I mean, you could call that a cross check from Ben to Nurse because that's what it is. It's a cross check from behind. Like, I don't understand officiating on the best of nights. Shot, save, puck sailed out wide. CC to Nugent-Hopkins just off his back foot instead of his start foot, and it's offside. even though Dallas brought the puck in. That's terrible officiating again, folks. Yeah, I thought he looked like Doug Flutie. I was like, that looks a lot like Doug Flutie. Oy. Colorado beat Montreal 2-1 in overtime. Boy. So overtime is the friend of the Avalanche lately. It's 48 seconds left on the power play. 15 minutes left to play in the second period. 2-2 is the score. 15-15 are the shots. Wish I could say more. Dallas now controls. Blue line to blue line passing off of Janmark's skate and out of the zone. Hopkins gets the second assist. Barrie gets the first assist. There was no way that was unassisted. That was too much work by that power play not to be. 14 seconds left to go on the power play. Dallas may go 0 for 2. Oy, out the zone it goes. So far, good kill by the Oilers. 2-1. Power play over. And icing against Dallas with a tired group of power plays. This may be huge for the Oilers if they win a face-off. It's one thing the Oilers got to improve on, folks. Face-offs. Oy.
Just announced the 800th point for Jamie Benn on the scoreboard here at the American Airlines Center. Also serves as home to the NBA's Dallas Mavericks.
McDavid, that hasn't moved in 200 years. Why can't we hit it? Shot save in the corner. Yeah. Pugliarvi skate, man. Why do you not skate? You're young with long legs. It's not like you're old and you're like 200 pounds and have no speed. Oh. Draisaitl picks the puck up. Little dump change for the Oilers on that one. Draisaitl on his horse. I'd like to see him hit somebody, but I understand why he doesn't. Yeah, I really like what Freddie Anderson has done for Carolina. He's made them a legitimate kept contender. But again, maybe he gets old and starts to lose a step. Time can tell, right? But again, the Leafs don't like paying more than $3-4 million for their goaltending. That's why they didn't want to re-sign Campbell. It had nothing to do with his stats. It was they didn't want to pay him the $5 million per year. They can't afford to pay him $5 million per year, but that's besides the point. We right. Like I have no words for Pugliarvi anymore. Like, dude, you're not 5'5". You don't weigh 110 pounds. Like, you're tall. You've got long legs. You've got speed to burn. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to let Puljujärvi live off of 1 goal in 25 games. That's ridiculous. I think Puljujärvi's will figure it out. Like he's too skilled of a player not to figure out something.
He knows what he needs to do. It's a matter of doing it.
It's all mental now with Puljujärvi. It's no, absolutely. Like I don't hate on him at all. I don't hate on Puljujärvi. I feel bad for him because he does get so much hate in this city. I don't think the Oilers squad are going to miss the postseason. I honestly, in the 2023 season, I think, honestly, David, the Oilers aren't going to miss the playoffs for the next decade. They're too good of a team. They have way too good of a pipeline coming up. Unlike Calgary, where they have no pipeline coming up, honestly, the Oilers have a future. It helps that you got the best 2 players in the world, but they've got a future. Yeah, just like in Toronto, playoffs are expected every year. It's just, unlike Toronto, the Oilers can get out of round 1. I can't wait for the playoffs to be automatic for every Canadian team. I think that would make a more competitive NHL. Whoa! Nugent-Hopkins with a burner of a shot. We are up 3-2. I didn't see that go in. Hats off to you, sir. What the hell? What a shot. What a shot.
That's an almost impossible shot any other night.
3-2 Oilers. Halfway through the second period. Ladies and gentlemen, this team is here to play. Let's not give up the next one.
Fucking hell, I hate this machine.
What machine? Hey, I just got to wash pots by hand. Sucks for you. 11 minutes left to play in the second period. Oilers 3, Dallas 2, 17-17 are your shots. Oilers just got to keep the pressure, keep pushing. Don't relent. Fogle with the check, not good enough. Mice and men. Oilers' first lead of this road trip. Remember, they didn't lead at all in Nashville. They scored to tie. Lost the game. You meant nice? Well, you said mice. Mice and men, men and mice. He is definitely having a career year. I think it'll happen once Ottawa gets out of the funk they're in. Montreal, again, has a good young core. The only team I worry about not making the playoffs is Vancouver, honestly. Winnipeg is reliant on Hellebuyck. Calgary is relying on Markstrom and their top guys. Oilers obviously relying on McDavid and Draisaitl. Throw Kane and Hopkins in that mix. It's just... I know the league loses money every time there's a Canadian team in the playoffs. I know that. They haven't surprised me at all. With that battle effort they had against Nashville, they've learned how to compete. They just got to keep the compete level for 60 minutes. Or at a bare minimum, 52, 53 minutes. Dallas has the puck in the Oilers zone. Shot wide, rebound. Out of the zone. Here comes Zach Hyman with no help. Hyman's 1-on-3. Kind of looked like he got hooked from behind, but I'm not there live, so I could not tell you. McDavid has the puck. Slash, 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 slash. I don't think the problem is goaltending in Calgary. I honestly think it's players don't buy into the Sutter way of playing. And that is huge in Calgary. You have to be able to play the Sutter way or it won't work. And Sutter doesn't change. Sutter will never change for nobody. Good or bad, Mike Camilleri had to change the way he played in 2004. And it worked for him when he went to LA with Sutter because then he knew what to expect. Derek Ryan gets cross-checked in the back. Non-call. What are we watching, ref in the corner? You're way too far away from the play to be calling penalties. Oilers are being hemmed in right now. Not good. Niemelainen and Bouchard need to get off the ice. Holloway has the puck. Holloway dishes off to nobody because Derek Ryan went for a line change. Why? Kostin has the puck. Kostin has Janmark streaking. Gives it to Hopkins, to Janmark. Janmark with the muffin shot. You'd think Puliarvi was out there. Oh, the muffins. We need to tell these guys to get stronger wrists. Shot from the blue line. Save made. Last year was a weird year for Winnipeg. And like I said, Winnipeg will go as Hellebuyck goes. If Hellebuyck is good, Winnipeg is good. If Hellebuyck is bad, Winnipeg is bad. It's just like the Oilers. If McDavid and Draisaitl are good, the Oilers are good. If McDavid and Draisaitl aren't contributing, the Oilers are bad. Huberdeau misses Barkov. Flames miss Kachuk. Kadri's good. Kadri's been really good for the Flames, and it's not surprising. But at that payload and that much money, I don't know if it was smart for the Flames to dish out that much money. But time will tell. Again, in Calgary, it could be Sutter's last year, whether they make playoffs or not. He's kind of getting up there in age. He's been around for a while. Shots are 18-17 for the Oilers. Goals are 3-2 for Edmonton. 7:46 left to play in the second period. Oilers just need to keep up the push. Keep pushing, keep pressure. Just do what they're doing. Don't overextend plays. Don't overextend shifts. No costly mistakes, no costly giveaways. Just play smart hockey. Which smart and hockey in the same sentence with the Oilers doesn't come naturally. So
or 7 weeks ago, but Jalen Croft knows what he's doing. There's a reason he's reminding everyone that was the one he got back. He reminded everybody they had that in their mind when they started.
They'll find somebody. They have a good AHL coach. I just think Sutter has a 3 to 4 year span of where he's good, and then his message just gets lost on teams. That's why he switches teams to teams every 3 or 4 years. But that's like every coach, right? Eventually, your teams just stop hearing your message. But what makes a really good coach is the sticking power to be able to coach in the league for 20 years. Out of the zone it goes. 7 minutes left to play. You have a good night there, David. Son of a... I mean, that game on the 22nd is going to be pretty good because the Canucks are coming into town after playing on the 21st. So the Canucks will be a tired team coming in. They could also play more because they're tired and they want to go into Christmas break on a win. Let's see what happens. Why would you try that? Get better. The Oilers defense needs to straighten up here. Oh, Skinner's full. Jeez. Oilers' top line was hemmed in there for way too long. Dallas has it back in the Oilers' zone. Hard around the board. CC tries to tip it past the forward. Hence, just not doable. Hyman has the puck. Loses it. Oh, what a good play. Draisaitl to McDavid. McDavid has Nurse. McDavid to Nurse. Nurse shot. Save. There was a better option. Keep going behind. But hindsight 50-50. CC at the wall. Tries to dish it in. Nurse thinks about pinching. Thinks better of it. Tip on net by Hyman. Ooh. Oilers have control now and have pressure in the Dallas zone. Draisaitl to Hyman. Hyman loses the puck. Long shift for Hyman and McDavid. Derek Ryan over the boards. Draisaitl, Ryan. Here comes Fogle. Draisaitl does a dipsy-do. Creates space on Heiskanen. In front to Hyman. Sorry, Ryan. Oh, yeah, he was a good CIS player, too. Did the Oilers get a penalty for that same thing early in the period? Not nitpicking, just nitpicking. Fogle in front. Yamamoto battle in front of the net. Derek Ryan, Yamamoto, and Fogle are on the line now. Oilers with extended periods of playing the Dallas zone. And that's offside. Is Jason Robertson overrated? Too soon to call. He's had a good month. He's had a good month and a bit. But take that good month and a bit and make it good 2 to 3 months, 3 to 4 months, 4 to 5 months, a year to 2 years. Then you can become a player. But right now, he's promising. But is it sustainable? Like I said, I think that a player could have a span of 2 to 3 months of greatness and then fall off the face of the earth. Although if you have 2 or 3 months of good stats, you usually get paid on your next contract. Dustin Penner. It's because nobody understands how good Nuge is. Because the Oilers have McDavid, Draisaitl, Kane. Nuge often gets overlooked. Nurse and I don't like it. But yeah, he's a star for sure. He's a good player, but he's not a superstar caliber player. Not yet. Like let the kid play a little longer.
I'd like to donate some toys
Yeah.
to some of the kids that are sick in the hospital and help brighten their day. And not only has he done that, but the Stars as a team have a little drop off when they enter the American Airlines Center. So similar to the
I mean, photo ops are good, I guess. It's good for the brand. 4.5 minutes left to play in the second period. 3-2 Oilers. Shots are even at 20 apiece. I guess that's interference too. He didn't call that one. Interesting. Game management, I guess. Kulak has the puck out of the zone by Costin. Good help out. That looked a bit off, but we'll see if they score. Bookmark that one. What are you mean about over there? Oh, you got to get that puck out. Hopkins just skates it out. 3.5 left in the second period. 2020 or your 3-2 Oilers. This guy jumps in and just gives scores out. I love it. So where's the I'm working. Can that wait till a second intermission?
Yes, it can.
Thank you. 3.5 minutes. I am not mashing bananas while I'm.
Too bad. Want banana bread? You'll match.
You want banana bread?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Tuck, what?
Crap.
What?
I need sugar.
Oh, I cannot show the game, Jose. I wish I could, but I like not being banned on YouTube. You're broken betting. Well, that sounds like a you personal problem. There's lots of websites you can go to, my guy. I don't want to be copyrighted and get in trouble. Fogle taking a penalty. An interference call. What are we doing, refs? You're calling that an interference call again? All right.
In accomplishing those tasks and fulfilling those duties, he's been more physical doing it.
I try to be. I've been called worse by better. Fogle in the box for bye. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming and stopping by. Oy. Yamamoto shorthanded shot. Save. No. See, I don't mind. I love bantering with people. It's good. It lets me know that I'm not a snowflake and I have thick skin. Off the Dallas bench. Not a penalty. Of course, I always have a great day. Life's too short not to have great days. Even when it's minus 55 out. You can't get me mad. Life's way too short to be mad and hold grudges against people on the internet. You see me, but I don't see you. So, and I'm all right with it. Oilers win the faceoff, 2:45. Stuart Hyman. Like, life's too short to be mad at people. 3-2 Oilers, 20 shots, minute 15 left in the power play for Dallas. 2.5 left in the period. And it's out of the zone. Janmark killing penalties. Maybe that's his role. Maybe that's his role, being a penalty killer. Just as I say that, wide open. 50 seconds left on the power play. Saved by Skinner and held. Ooh. That's not a penalty. If that's a penalty, then half of everything Dallas does is a penalty. Well, they're the pick specialists. 44 seconds left in the power play. 2 minutes left to play in the second period and goal. Face-off lost. Tipped in. Sagan with the tip in. 3-3. That's ridiculous. The Oilers have still looked good. You just can't have that lost face-off so clean. Bounces off the ref's legs. To me, and I know this is sound petty, but every time it bounces off a ref off a face-off, whistle should be dead, blown dead. Three threes your score. No, Dallas isn't an easy out, and the Oilers are playing well enough to win this game. That's a penalty against McDavid. Oh, they didn't call that. So they called one that was so inconsistent. I just want consistency. Dallas now leads the shot department 22-20. They've also had the majority of the power plays. McDavid takes it into the Dallas zone. Passes from his knees. Unfortunately, that does not go anywhere. Pugliarvi has his pocket picked. Why not? Minute left to play in the second period. 3-3 tie. I'm all right with it as an Oiler fan being tied at 3 going into the third period. Would like another goal for a lead, though. Draisaitl in front of Yamamoto just off the goalie's stick. Just don't go down a goal. CC puts it out of the zone. Break for Draisaitl. Draisaitl has Yamamoto. Draisaitl shot. Save into the corner. Back out front to Nurse pinching. Draisaitl has the puck. Draisaitl in front to Fogle. Puck is still there. Cross-checking from behind. We are not getting that call. What a joke. No, he was not. Thank you very much for everybody being here. The 15 people and the 10 people that have liked it, I appreciate and respect y'all. What a game so far. Cannot be mad about that at all. Tied at 3. 38 seconds left in the second period. 2 other games going on right now that I will update you all in 38 seconds. Dallas wins the face-off, puts it deep into the Oilers zone. Nurse, what are we doing? Bobbles it and almost costs a goal. Thankfully, the Dallas Star player misses the net. Costin chips it into the zone. Costin takes a shot, blocked. 14 seconds. Puck is in the Dallas zone. 12s. And this is going into the third period, tied at 3 unless we bubble it. And I will be right back after I give you the out-of-town scoreboard. Colorado beat Montreal 2-1 in overtime. Nashville beat Chicago 4-2. Arizona and Vegas are tied at 1. 5 minutes left in the second period. 6 minutes left in the second period. Anaheim 1, Minnesota nothing. New Jersey beat Florida 4-2. Detroit beat Tampa 7-4. Hey, it's everybody's favorite Debbie. Not sure if he's a guy, boy, in betweener. Welcome back, Debbie. Scores 3-3 tied after 2. Oilers have led in this game 2 times. Second intermission. We're just waiting for all the commercials and intermission and whatnot. Yeah, I muted my mic. It's not nice to talk to people outside of mic range and have you guys hear my conversation. Don't want you guys getting too divulged into my life away from here. That and I'm eating chips and the crackling is just, you guys don't want to hear that on the mic. It's a late game, so it's a snack. It was chips or popcorn. And since my wife can't eat popcorn, it's mean to make popcorn in the house. What's up, everybody? Sorry I'm taking longer this intermission. It's just because nothing really to talk about. Oilers should be up 1. Unfortunately, we're tied. Bad penalty late in the third period. to let Dallas tie the game up at 3s. I'm expecting a makeup call coming the Oilers' way in the third, maybe 1 or 2. But that's just high hopes. Brenda Gallagher. Gene has to have the coolest job in the world. You don't have to really comment anything on the Oilers. You don't really have to give your analysis at all. Like, you don't have to write any articles for Sportsnet or TSN or on the Oilers. You just go there and interview people and make funnies of everything. Just the coolest job in the world. Get paid a lot of money to be a comedian. That guy makes a lot of money. Yes, Hopkins has played amazing this year. I really like how he's played. Can't wait for bodies to be healthy so that he can be slotted where he should be. Maybe up on the top 2 lines, helping produce. I really am hoping McLeod comes back before the Christmas break. But if he doesn't come back to New Year, then it is what that is. Because McLeod is a legitimate 3C who could win faceoffs defensively in the defensive zone. He's better than what we have. But
Fuck.
what?
Overspray.
Ah,
Nothing bad. Just me being dumbass.
life happens. Jesus. She's so angry.
Not angry. Making sure the.
She's angry. No, she's making banana bread.
Making sure it's even in the pan. If I was angry, you guys would know it.
Ah. That's not on the Oilers, man. That's not on the Oilers. That's on Sportsnet. I'm telling you, the Oilers have to get off Sportsnet. They have to start their own Oilers PPV. Honestly, they have to get off of Sportsnet that just caters to Toronto. and Vancouver fans because obviously,
No, Calgary.
just to a degree. But we just got to get onto our own pay-per-view type channel and have better broadcasters. Ones that are more Oiler biased, I guess, because listening to these guys, yes, they're paid by the Oilers. The broadcasting is subpar some nights at best.
Take off. I already fed you, done.
You might need to go outside.
He hasn't even touched his food.
Oh, that sounds like personal issues.
He's just coming to see what I'm doing.
Man. Barry's dad is a hugger. Jack, Louie, and Gene are the dream team when they're allowed to talk about the Oilers. When they're allowed to hype up the Oilers, they definitely are. What I don't like is how Sportsnet almost doesn't want them talking about how good the Oilers are. Like you could watch some broadcasts, and you were thinking you'd be watching the away broadcast with how much they tell you about the away teams and how good they are. I don't like that. I watch Flames games a lot, and you never hear Kelly Rudy talk about how good the other team is. And we're back underway in the third period. Shot right off. Skinner with the save. Yeah. Plus 19 in the third period is what the Stars are. Yikes, that's not good for the Oilers. Oh, well. The unusual suspects are tipping in tonight. Janmark 2 points. Hopkins has 2 points. Let's see how the night goes. Dallas wins the faceoff in the Oilers zone, controls play. Nurse, backhander up the boards to Janmark. Janmark to Costin. Costin runs into the boards. Ouch, that looked like it hurt. Dallas gets it. Edmonton taking a penalty. I'd like to see this on live TV because personally, I'm a Draisaitl guy. What? Okay, that's 3 calls that are terrible against the Oilers. Yeah, you fall over, you idiot. I'm sorry. I'm all about game management sometimes, but this is ridiculous. Well, let's hope the Oilers kill this one. Dallas is 1 for 2 on the power play. The Oilers have had 1 power play. They scored on it. Like, it's been a good game. I just don't want this game ruined by officials feeling the need to decide the outcome. I love Dry. Oh, cool. Where'd you find it? Because I didn't look at hard enough, I guess. Dallas controls play in the Oilers zone. Hopkins steals the puck off the glass and out the boards. I can answer that question honestly. I've always been a fan more of Draisaitl, just because McDavid. Everybody loves McDavid because he's the superstar child. Draisaitl's the Robin to his Batman. I will always pick the number 2 guy. That's why my favorite player of all time is Glenn Anderson. He was always the Robin to Gretzky and Messier's Batman. Gretzky had Curry and Messier had Anderson. shot wide and out of the zone. 23 seconds left in the power play. 17:40 left to play in the third period. 3-3 are the score. 26-23 shots for Edmonton. Off the post and out of play. Well, we don't care what you like and don't like. You're a Flames fan. You probably thought Thurin Fleury was the greatest skater to ever live. You also probably thought Lanny McDonald was drafted by the Flames, too. I'm sorry, I kid. I shouldn't bug people. That's mean. You like Nurse. No, like, I am surprised when I do talk to Flames fans. They honestly think that Lanny McDonald was drafted by the Flames. Whenever you talk about Lanny McDonald, they obviously think that they're drafted he was drafted by the Flames. He's a rare breed. I mean, Aginla. Oh. I'm going to mute myself right quick. How are you a Flames fan and you don't know who Lanny McDonald, Thurin Fleury are? Oh my gosh. I'm old. That's a pick. He's the new breed. Do you know who Kiprusoff is? Do you know who Aginla are? Jelena. Oilers get a power play. Let's go. Delayed penalty coming up to Dallas. That was a bad penalty to take because I'm not old. I'm young. Even if you're not old, record books are there to look at, guy. It's all over the internet. Look at the Flames record books. All right. You know who Jamie McLennan is, right? He also was a goalie for the Calgary Flames. Fred Brathwaite? Who do you know off the how young is young? Like, give me a year that you started following the Flames so I can give you a few names that you might know. McDavid up to Draisaitl. Draisaitl tries to drive the net. Button hooks to Barrie. Barrie back to Draisaitl. Sit down in front. Jesus. Barrie has the puck. So he wouldn't even know that Giordano was a Flame. And out of the zone. We got passy power play then. I really love this team. But it's so passy on the power play. Let's count interference goes against Edmonton. Yeah, I watched the replay. That's not interference, ref. You're fucking blind. He fell on his own. These refs are terrible. Obviously, Connor doesn't like it as well. Little 4-on-4 action here, so a little more ice to navigate through. 4-on-4 for a minute and 11 seconds. The refs are dictating how this third period is going, and I'm not going to like it. Yeah, that's not even a call for what? It's been Dallas that's been getting the calls for nothing. That's for what Draisaitl getting away with interference first minute of the first period. Sure. Fair. Blowout still may come the way the refs are dictating this game in the third period. Interference. Pick. Janmark. Nurse. Don't get it. I don't like the reffing in the third period, but it is what it is. Yeah, he's allowed to. 48-second power play for Dallas. 14 minutes left to play in the third period. 3-3 score. 27-24 the shots for the Oilers. That would have been a high stick, and it is blown down as such. Outside the zone, 29 seconds left.
Just get to the net on time, get that stick up, and that's just a little bit high.
Jesus.
They knew it right away. Face-off will come to the outside.
You can't even argue that. If you argue that, you're an idiot. You argue that, you deserve to get a ham sandwich to the face.
Good job to get a piece of it, though. From our perspective, but real advice, because the face-off comes to the outside.
Redrop that puck, ref. Like, Jesus. CC rims it around and out. 20 seconds left in the power play for Dallas. 13:40 left in the third period. Three seconds in the power play, and power play killed. Shot, rebound, picked up by Nurse. Oh, and a brutal giveaway by 2-5. Oy. How old is why when I started being interested in hockey? NHL hockey or hockey in general? Like NHL hockey, I was 3.5, 4 years old. I was interested in hockey before I was 2. I knew how to skate before I knew how to walk. My grandpa worked at the local ice rink, so I learned how to. I was on little bobby skates. Yeah, I'm old. It's the 80s were good. Let's just say that the 80s were good. Yeah. In response to that, I wasn't even going to say what you said.
Your daughter was born in July. No.
Which is cool. Like, we all have our own journeys. No, I definitely was very thankful that my grandpa owned and operated an arena, because you could get all the ice time you wanted to. That's what I want to do. Is I want to own and operate an outdoor rink. Like, I want to operate an outdoor rink, because then I could go on the ice whenever I want to, keep the lights on as late as I want to. Like, I think that's the best thing for kids, is to be out on the ice, because when you're not out on the, like, if you're not doing something productive as a kid or teenager, you're doing something not productive. Yeah, it's becoming Draisaitl with a big defensive play. Draisaitl with a big hit. Oh, 2-9 throwing his weight around. Fogle just tips it, but it's been a good game. A bit very back and forth game. What is 2-4 off of Dallas doing? He's going to go after Draisaitl? Give me a break. No, this game's not going to overtime. Yeah, Dallas blocks a lot of shots, though. Dallas blocks shots, and the Oilers' defense don't like to do it for some reason. But so if he's so good there, Dan, we'll give you Nurse. You give us Kadri and Huberdeau in exchange. 2-for-1 deal. Contracts are about the same. We'll throw in Puljujärvi for the trade as well. Nurse and Puljujärvi for Huberdeau and Kadri. Well, he ain't that good now, is he? He's only good when he's not on your team. I have a lot of respect for Nurse. He plays a lot of hard, tough minutes. And when you play that many minutes, you're bound to have mental errors. Unfortunately, his mental errors are glaring because a lot of them end up in the back of our net. You okay? So we'll sweep up after the game. We'll pick the whole entire living room apart and sweep and vacuum.
2016 rally tough day, and for Dylan Holloway, that's part of his game. It's a shoulder to the chest.
And it doesn't help that my toe is driving me.
We'll get band-aids tomorrow. 10:21 left to play in the game. 3-3 score, 28-26 shots for the Oilers. Oilers lose the face-off in the Dallas zone. Puljujärvi skating like a man that wants to skate, but does not hit. He hit all glass on that. Wow. That's impressive. I don't like that Puljujärvi's on the top line. Quit banging on the glass, you moron. Good God. Those type of fans annoy me. McDavid almost willed that in the net himself. He tried to pass there. He should have shot. Gotta be hard. Come on, Barrie. Hopkins up the boards to Kostin. Kostin backhands to Hopkins. Hopkins out the zone. It goes. Janmark. Kostin hooked, but we won't get that call. This is going to be a whistles put away situation now. Oh. That's ice if it gets there, but it's not going to get there. No icing. 8.5 left to play in the game. 3-3 is the score. 29-26 are your shots. Draisaitl with the steal. Fogle with the goal! 4-3 Edmonton. Draisaitl with the steal. Fogle with the goal. Here we go, boys. Let's not blow this lead now. Oh, my goodness. Wow. What a giveaway. Ooh. Well, no doubt you'd never trade that. Nobody would trade that. I'd try that in NHL 21 though. I'm gonna do a franchise mode, and I'm gonna put the video in franchise mode on the YouTube page. Since I might be up all night, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Start a franchise mode and see what kind of trades I can get away with to make the Oilers like a dominant team. Trade away all the first round draft picks for a stud defenseman. All the second and third round draft picks for mediocre 87 overall guys. So we can do. Just for sheets and giggles. Yes. It's Christmas and 20s. Holy fuck, no. No. 20 is not 20. 200 is not 200. I don't care what kind of money you're going to give me. There's just a no on that. My dignity and self-worth is worth a lot more than anything you could pay me. 20 is 20. Jesus Christ. They're going to hell. So you take Nurse for... Okay. All right. You say no one. You have to remember there is a salary cap in place, and Nurse is $9.5 million. So somebody has to come back. Oilers score, yes, ma'am. Unless you live in the no salary cap world, we'll take 3 first round picks for Nurse. So for your next 3 first round picks, and you guys get Nurse. I'd take Kevin Rooney for Nurse. No, not for Nurse. I'd take Kevin Rooney for Puljujärvi. I like Nurse. I think he's just needs to play less. I think if you can get Darnell Nurse to play 18 to 20 minutes, that's his sweet spot. The second that he's 25 to 30, it's just not good minutes because you got 5 minutes of him just not playing well. Jeez. Look at Fogel's dad. That's such an excited dad. I like it. I like this dad's trip stuff. It should be on all trips. McDavid. How did that not go in? Oh, my goodness. Hyman now getting in on some of the action. Kadri and Hubie would be on the Oilers team. I totally agree with you. If Huberdeau and Kadri came over and played for the Oilers, we'd never lose. We'd have 2 top 6. We'd have a top 6 that could be unbeatable. But who would the Oilers trade the other way to get those 2 players? No, I agree with you. Obviously, 20 or under is not going to happen, but 25 to 30 is too much. And he's paying too much minutes. 2021 is the sweet spot for Nurse, I think. So we got to find a defenseman that can chew up minutes. Oh, bad giveaway again by the Oilers. Here comes Dallas. 6:40 left to play in the third period. Shots are 32-26 for the Oilers. Score is 4-3 for the Oilers. Shot saved by Skinner. Yeah, I honestly think I don't think the problem is Huberdeau. I think the problem is the system that Huberdeau's in.
You see that ball come out of the
Bang,
What?
bang, you're dead. 2 bullets in the head.
You wouldn't want to mount the full head or just the wrap.
Oh, no, you'd not the full head. But you'd have to figure out a way to get the bullets out and patch it up. That's what a taxidermist is for.
I'd do a long shot. That way you have a fully intact head.
Hard to do, though, depending on how close and how far away you are, what you're
And
hunting
if
with.
you're at this range,
Oh, yeah, you can hit them right above, like, I'd hit them right in there.
yeah, like right behind the shoulder.
But why not? No. Like, this game could go either way. I don't want overtime here tonight. That would be bad for everybody involved. Because then that means Dallas gets a point and the Oilers lose out on getting. Yeah, it's strange how little tweaks. What a block by Nurse. That had to hurt because he took that right in the shoulders. Fogle is feeling it now. Kept in by Cece. Cece shot high. Above the glass and out of play. Nurse is at the bench right now. Blocked a shot. Took it high. I'm not okay with OT. If we go to OT, it's because the Oilers stopped playing pressure. If we were down 1 and we tied it to go to OT, then I'm okay with that. But as it stands right now, we go to OT, Oilers gave up a goal. I don't like that. It's all about circumstances and situational. You like Huey on the team? That's actually a good take. Like, I'm not saying the fans don't like it. I'm pretty sure he will figure it out. It's just right now he's not playing the Sutter system. This commercial gets me every time. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I was kind of hoping they'd be a game like this where it was a tough opponent, playoff type, back and forth, lots of hitting, lots of chances both ways, both goalies making saves they have to make. I wasn't expecting it to be this high scoring, honestly. I thought it'd be a lower 2-1, 3-2 game, but are you going to be able to make it through the night?
Tonight? Yes. Friday and Saturday? I don't know.
Well, I'll get you a Band-Aid and Polysport and just slap that shit with Latherine.
Yes, but remember, I have to also deal with trucks and steel-toed shoes.
It all sounds like personal issues.
You know what? I'll give you a personal issue and it's going to be a sore tip.
Promises.
And not from a good time.
It's always a good time.
Really?
I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a good time.
Brothers, daughter, everybody on the trip have such a great time.
That's awesome.
Are we going to have Gene sobbing in the cab on the way to the airport?
Oh, Gene's going to be crying for sure. Oh, and back in his zone. 5.5 left in the third period. 32-27 shots for the Oilers. 4-3 score for the Oilers. Bad pinch again by the defenseman. Good thing we had guys back. Barrie with a good defensive play. Oh, and out of the zone. Thankfully, it was pushed out of the zone. 5 minutes left to play in the game. Shot behind the net. Skinner gives it to Kulak. Kulak up the boards.
Oh, come on.
Excuse me. Choking on spit, apparently. Bad giveaway by Niemelainen, but recovers nicely. Again, the forwards are just waiting for the puck to come to them. You got to go to the puck sometimes. Our forwards don't play well enough on the half wall. And I've noticed that for a couple of years now. We just don't play well on the half wall. I had all the intermissions muted. What does CC's dad do? Because I heard he was really tough on his son growing up. What a play. And giveaway by McDavid this time. Oilers are getting sloppy with 3.5 left to play in the third period. CC up to McDavid. McDavid, Hyman, 2-on-1. This could be ball game. McDavid scores! Please tell me that's game 5-3 Edmonton. 3 minutes left to play in the third period. Sorry, 3:43. A little ahead of myself on the time. You got that McDavid point there, B. Woo-wee.
Come here. Come here.
Sorry if that hurt you, bud. Welcome back, Fusion. Welcome back, Chemo. Tip of the hat to you, gentlemen. Oh, that's a proud dad right there. That's a dad that wants to cry every time he sees his son score. Don't ever lose that feeling, dads, when you see your kids play hockey. And any sport. And you see them score a goal, never lose that excitement. Always act like they won the World Cup or the Stanley Cup. Every goal is like winning the major championship.
World Series, whatever sport they play.
Yeah, he's absolutely a beast.
And like he's done all year long, when he gets that type of an opportunity, he is finishing. What a great move.
He's been money all year. 14 game point streak, 13 goals, 17 assists. Net's empty with 3.5 to go in the game. That's risky business. I don't like when teams do this. That's way too early. That's how you get multiple empty netters. Janmark, 6-3. It's done. As Vince Carter said in Toronto, it's over. Bye-bye, Dallas. That's why you don't pull your goalies so freaking much, man. I hate teams that do that.
Dallas does it all the time, too.
I know. I just don't understand it. That was the easiest goal Janmark was ever scored in his career. 2-goal night for Janmark, by the by. Ooh. Oilers win the faceoff deep into Dallas zone. Hamblin with the shot. Jeez. Dallas teams do it way too often with 5 minutes left to play in the game. They pull their goalie way too soon. It's almost like you're giving up with 5 minutes left. Why? Good defensive play by Draisaitl, but he kind of falls awkwardly. Yamamoto loses the puck. Fogle. Holloway has the puck in the corner in Dallas. Holloway, Derek Ryan, and Hamblin are out there right now. Go Flames, go. All right, Sky, a little late to that party, but Flames played last night, my friend. I'm I understand why we pull goalies early. I just don't like it because you're just giving up.
First time in a while he's been separated from McDavid, so it obviously is a different look when they're not together. But what it does do, and you saw the combinations tonight.
Yes, you are in the house, Debbie. Thank you for showing up.
McDavid's line hits the next one to go up by 2 and then finish off with the open net. Good move by Jay Woodcroft. I would have thought he would have Nugent-Hopkins.
7-3. I don't see them scoring 7. If they score 7, that's a breakout game. This is what could happen, absolutely. Or you could get no offense at all and we get shut out. You did tell us Edmonton would get a big third. Either that or Dallas took a big turd. 52 seconds left to play in the third period. Shots are 35-28 for the Oilers. 6-3 is your score for the Oilers. Sometimes this team throws out some gems. Oh, Holloway almost with another dagger. Derek Ryan. This whole line has been impressive tonight. Just no points to show for it, but they haven't been scored on at all. 19 seconds left to play in the game. 16. Oilers are just content. Hold on to it, kid. Get your goalie the win. Twos, ones, ball game. Play La Bamba, baby. Oilers win. Oilers win. You say it's ridiculous. I think he got underpaid. But to each their own. You have your opinion. I have mine. I'm the one on the mic, so my opinion matters. You guys have a good night. Thank you for watching for Oilers After Dark. My name is Matt. Catch y'all on Friday when the Oilers take on the Vancouver Canucks before this break. Peace and love, everybody.